certainly Mr. Davis will have his opportunity to present whatever evidence he wishes to.
Of course. There's layers upon layers. When you get into these conspiracy theories, man, they never end. They never end. There's just layers upon layers.
Hold on to your seats, folks. This scandal is about to rock the world of hip-hop like never before. Rumor has it, Wack 100 is playing both sides in a high-stakes game of deception involving none other than Diddy himself.
Keefe D got a bail. He's supposed to be home.
That's up to law
He's supposed
enforcement.
to be home in the next, but I've been thinking about going to bail him out.
You gonna bail out Keefe D?
Yeah, it's only $75,000.
While publicly trashing Diddy and supposedly planning a tell-all series, sources say Wack is secretly getting paid big bucks by Diddy to bail out Keefe D. But why, you ask? To keep Keefe's lips sealed about some explosive secrets that could change everything. Dive into this jaw-dropping web of betrayal, lies, and clandestine deals. You won't believe who's pulling the strings and what's really at stake.
The Department of Homeland Security conducting a raid at a house in Holmby Hills, believed to be connected to Sean Combs.
So in a shocking twist, it appears that the web of intrigue surrounding Diddy may have far deeper roots than anyone anticipated. Keefe D, a notorious figure in the gang world, has been singing like a canary ever since his arrest, and his revelations could spell doom for Diddy. But what's really at stake here, and why is the focus now so heavily on the assassination of Shakur? It all circles back to the fateful night of September 7th, 1996, when Shakur was gunned down on the Las Vegas Strip. This event has haunted the hip-hop community for decades, and now with Keefe D spilling the beans, the pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together. According to multiple sources, including a bombshell interview with former LAPD detective Greg Kading, Diddy allegedly orchestrated a $1 million hit on Shakur and Suge Knight. Keefe D, who has been implicated in the assassination, claims that this was all part of a sinister plan hatched by Diddy.
Pac had already attacked Orlando Anderson. They'd had a previous beef.
Could it be that the real motive behind Shakur's assassination was more personal than we ever thought? Rumors have long circulated about the intense rivalry between Diddy and Suge Knight, with Diddy allegedly living in constant fear of the Death Row Records mogul. This fear, according to insiders, drove Diddy to desperate measures. As one former gangster, James McDonald, revealed, Diddy was scared of Suge. New York wasn't going to come down there and try to find Suge. That wouldn't have never happened.
People were starting to say it's an East Coast, West Coast rivalry because it was people that's trying to make money. It was true people trying to make careers, it was people trying to get famous.
Interestingly enough, the animosity between the East Coast Bad Boy Records and the West Coast Death Row Records was more than just professional rivalry, it was deeply personal. Keefe D has consistently claimed that Diddy's fear of Suge Knight and the vendetta against Shakur, who had accused Diddy and Biggie of involvement in an earlier shooting, led to the fatal decision to order their assassinations.
When the whole East-West thing started, we were caught off guard, and that broke my man's heart.
Keefe D's own words, documented in various interviews, and his book Compton Street Legend paint a chilling picture. I have a couple of problems I need to be handled. Big CEO Suge Knight and Shakur. As the story unfolds, it becomes clear that the federal authorities are zeroing in on Diddy. The recent trafficking raids on his mansions, initially appearing unrelated, might actually be part of a larger strategy to bring him down. Retired FBI agent Phil Carson suggested that Keefe D's cooperation could be a game changer. Carson noted Keefe's arrested, and that's a game changer because they have something over him, and that's when he may start spilling his guts. The intrigue deepens with claims that Keefe D not only provided the gun used in Shakur's assassination, but also received financial compensation from Diddy through a third party, Eric Von Zip. In a dramatic LAPD audio clip, Keefe alleges that Diddy, upon learning of Shakur's demise, was happy as hell, a reaction that raises more questions than it answers.
You know, that's the whole truth on the Tupac thing, you know what I'm saying?
This leads us to the question, why now? Why are the feds suddenly so focused on an event that took place nearly 3 decades ago? One theory is that the mounting legal pressures and the numerous allegations of inappropriate behavior against Diddy have weakened his once ironclad defense. As one insider put it, for years, Diddy has appeared to be made of Teflon and has stayed one step ahead of the law. Other people carried out acts for him and he kept his hands clean. In the midst of these revelations, the grand jury proceedings against Keefe D have brought even more damning evidence to light. Witnesses have testified about the deep-rooted rivalry and the violent clashes between the two factions. One former Crip testified that Keefe D's introduction to Diddy was facilitated by Zip, who allegedly provided the weapon used in the shooting.
This grand jury has been receiving evidence for months and has determined there is sufficient evidence to justify the filing of this criminal indictment.
In a shocking revelation, Keefe D admitted during a Vlad TV interview that even the FBI believed Diddy paid $1 million for Shakur's assassination. This bombshell claim, coupled with the recent raids, suggests that law enforcement may finally have the evidence needed to bring Diddy to justice.
For 27 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice.
As the narrative continues to unravel, it's clear that Diddy's alleged involvement in Shakur's assassination is not just a matter of gang rivalry, but a calculated move driven by fear and a quest for dominance. The feds are now working tirelessly to connect the dots, and with Keefe D's cooperation, Diddy's carefully constructed empire could crumble. The stakes have never been higher, and the world watches with bated breath as this real-life drama unfolds. Will Diddy face the consequences for his alleged crimes, or will he once again slip through the fingers of justice? Interestingly enough, the drama doesn't end there. In the murky waters of the hip-hop world, one name keeps popping up: Cash Jones, better known as Wack 100. This enigmatic figure has been making headlines for his controversial attempts to bail out Keefe D. Wack 100, known for his abrasive personality and deep connections within the industry, appears to be playing a high-stakes game, one that involves not only saving Keefe D, but possibly protecting Diddy himself.
Now, y'all remember I told you this. Puff Daddy somewhere on himself right now.
Oh.
This leads us to the question, why would Wack 100 be so invested in Keefe D's freedom? One insider revealed, Wack's involvement is more than just about bailing out an old friend. There's a lot of money and power at stake, and he's got his fingers in every pie. Wack's attempts to post bail for Keefe D raised eyebrows in court, especially when the judge questioned the legitimacy of the funds. His offer of $112,500 as part of a $750,000 bond seemed suspicious, particularly when recordings of jail calls suggested that Wack was acting on behalf of a third party. Rumors abound that Wack 100 is not the true financier behind the bail money. Keefe D himself hinted during a recorded jail call that someone else was actually behind the funds, using Wack as a front. This revelation has led to widespread speculation that Diddy might be the puppet master behind the scenes, pulling strings to ensure Keefe D's silence.
Bad boy, bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Wack's involvement doesn't stop at bail money. Prosecutors played a portion of a jail call where Wack discussed plans to create a series about Keefe D's life, focusing on his connection to the East Coast-West Coast feud, including Diddy and the late Notorious B.I.G. This proposal raised concerns that the bail money might be tied to commercial exploitation, a theory that Wack vehemently denied in court. Could it be that this entire public conflict between Diddy and Wack is just a facade? One theory gaining traction is that their supposed feud is a smokescreen to divert attention from their clandestine cooperation. If Diddy is indeed behind the bail money, it suggests a desperate attempt to keep Keefe D from fully cooperating with the feds. As Keefe D's health deteriorates, the urgency of securing his release and ensuring his silence becomes even more critical.
Puffy, if I'm not mistaken, Puffy, he approached you on 3 different occasions, right? About pitting the hit on Tupac and Shakur.
But why would Diddy go to such lengths? The answer might lie in Keefe D's potential to unravel the entire case. Keefe D has been a key figure in the investigation into Shakur's assassination, and his cooperation with the authorities could provide the damning evidence needed to bring Diddy down. By controlling Keefe D, Diddy can manage the flow of information, leaking only what serves his interests while keeping the most incriminating details under wraps. As the courtroom drama unfolds, it's becoming increasingly clear that Diddy's empire is on shaky ground. The recent trafficking raids on his properties, coupled with the assassination investigation, paint a picture of a man cornered by his own actions. Keefe D's knowledge of the events surrounding Shakur's demise, combined with his willingness to cooperate, poses a significant threat to Diddy's freedom.
You know, Las Vegas PD come charge Diddy, or you get a news report that says Diddy's taken into custody. That'd be a shock in my life.
This complex web of alliances and betrayals is further complicated by Wack 100's public statements. On one hand, he appears to be working against Diddy, reveling in the unfolding drama. On the other, his actions suggest a deeper connection, one that might involve securing a lucrative deal in exchange for his cooperation. Wack's suggestion of a television series about Keefe D's life story could be a way to monetize the scandal while keeping Keefe D's revelations controlled and profitable. As fans and followers of the hip-hop world watch this saga unfold, the stakes couldn't be higher. The truth about Shakur's assassination has remained elusive for decades, and the recent developments could finally bring closure to one of music's greatest mysteries. However, with so many powerful figures involved and so much at stake, the path to justice is fraught with obstacles.
You feel like Puffy owe you?
Yeah, he should. I think he should look out. He look out for everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Fans have been vocal about their thoughts on this unfolding drama, expressing both reverence for Shakur and skepticism about the motives behind the recent actions. One fan sentiment that resonates deeply is the enduring legacy of Shakur. R.I.P. Shakur, you should still be here. You'll never be forgotten, not then, not now, not ever, one fan poignantly commented, capturing the emotional weight that Shakur's demise still holds in the hearts of many. On the other hand, there's a significant amount of cynicism surrounding Wack 100's involvement in Keefe's bail. As one fan astutely pointed out, no one is putting up $750,000 for someone they don't really know unless they're going to make bank off him. This comment highlights the widespread belief that financial and strategic interests, rather than genuine concern, are driving the efforts to secure Keefe's release. And that's a wrap on this mind-blowing saga. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you believe Diddy orchestrated Shakur's assassination? Or is this just another sensational rumor? And what do you think Wack 100's true motivations are in trying to bail out Keefe? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay tuned and stay curious.